Gotta get up. So that's my little thing there. So Mondays I'm liable to be late on my walk. Nothing wrong with that, just as long as I get it in. Okay. Still a lot of cars out here. These people are work by now. Well, it is only 7:30. Trying to get that's not the one. There we go. And one more to see what's going on with my camera. And I guess we'll just go up to Haskell. We don't want to make a hassle, so we go to Haskell. And I got my little smartwatch on. Hey, you know what, you guys? Well, first of all, happy Monday. This is, Mondays are hard for me to get up, especially in the winter time, because I love the cold. And, you know, it's cold at night out here in the valley. Sometimes it goes down to 40, 50 degrees. Pardon me. And every time I walk by this tree, man, it's like this tree is gonna fall. I'm gonna turn around and show you guys. This is that dead tree that I was telling you about. This tree is gonna fall. They need to do something about that because I think it's dead. Anyway, so yeah, it's cold in the mornings, and I'm all nice and warm and snug up under my blankets and comforter, and I don't want to wake up. I mean, it's not I don't want to wake up. I don't want to get out of the bed. It's comfortable, you know, I get it just like I like it, and then the next thing you know, it's 5 o'clock and I gotta get up. So that's my little thing there. So Mondays I'm liable to be late on my walk. Nothing wrong with that, just as long as I get it in. Let's see, what else? I was thinking about what we were going to talk about today, and I'm hoping and praying that this stupid camera isn't clicking, because you guys know I hate that, and I know y'all hate it. Well, you probably would prefer not to have the clicking. So I put my camera on different this morning, hoping that there's no clicking. But if there is clicking, I do need to go to the tree shop today, so I will record that as well. And y'all know I usually walk up there and then take an Uber back. But I wanted to make a quick trip of it, which means I'll probably take an Uber there and back. I'm not sure yet. I'll be glad when the day comes that they can deliver my weed. Oh, excuse me, my tree. And I don't have to worry about going up there. The closest tree shop that we have to me is it's on I forget the little side street, but it's on Devonshire, right after the freeway. And the street that I have to, I mean, you know, if I want to make it like the easiest walk possible, the street that I need to turn down doesn't have sidewalks. There's a lot of streets out here that don't have sidewalks, but this one doesn't have sidewalks, and it's not a busy street, but you know, like I said, it's the small street right after the freeway, and so a lot of people will take that street to get over to Devonshire. It's, you know, as opposed to going down Haskell or going all the way to Sepulveda. So they use that little street because it's the only small street that will go through to Devonshire. So a lot of people use it to avoid making that. You know, when you turn on, when you make a left turn onto, I guess you call them main streets, like Sepulveda and Haskell, and you have to do it at the light, make the left turn at the light. And times like today, right now, it takes a long time to make that left turn. You almost have to wait as long as the light, you know, is green, and then, you know, you make your left when finally somebody decides you're going to stop at the yellow light, and then you make your turn. Hopefully 2 or 3 cars can make that turn at the same time. So yeah, people will use that side street because, you know, you can turn at will, just whenever no cars are coming, and you don't have to wait for a light. So what is this gate doing open? This gate is never open during the week. That's kind of weird, because this is to the baseball field. So it's kind of odd that it would be open on a Monday morning. But again, that's not my business, right? So looks like some tree limbs have fallen all over the place. So yeah, anyway, so if there's too much clicking on this video, I'll do one of me going to the tree shop or whatever. You know, I also wanted to mention that today, hopefully, is the day that I find out whether or not I'm going to have to go back and see the doctor based on my chest x-ray results. So that ought to be, hopefully I can get that news today. But it should be any day now, because she said it takes 1 to 2 days for you know, for her to get the results. And I don't know if she counts Saturday and Sunday, because remember, I went on Friday. So we'll see. So today is, I don't know what date it is. I think it's the 9th. Let's see. I don't know what date it is. I sit in front of my computer all day, every day, pretty much. But someone had asked me because you guys noticed that the video that I put up, the last video I put up, I had a familiar song, and someone had asked me, you know, what the name of the song was, and well, I decided that it was probably better that I give credit to the music that I'm using, and that's for two reasons. One is so they can get credit for it, and then two is, you know, if you guys like the music, then you don't have to, you know, take the time to write out, hey, who's the music in the background or whatever. That way I save you just a little bit of trouble. So yeah, that's I think that's sorry, I was being a good Samaritan. I saw a tree branch in the street, you know, in the lane for the car. So I reached over there and moved it out of the way. You know, so because I know when I used to drive, I used to hate when there was something in my lane, because, you know, you have to veer around it. And sometimes it's not that easy to do, you know, if you got somebody like right up on you. So I just moved it out of the way. So, all right, we are at our little spot again. And, well, I don't know what time it is. I remember when I left out, it was 7:36, I believe, and it usually takes us about 30 minutes to go from the base, you know, out here to the vet center and then back. So, let's see. I want to remember other things to talk about. I keep saying that, you know, I'd like for anyone as a matter of fact, to give me topics about things that you want to talk about. I had started making a list. I have these little posted sticky notes that are all over in front of my computer. I took them off to show my little coyote movie, but you know, they're all over the place, and they remind me of things. And one of the things that I've been writing down, I started writing down, were subjects to talk about while we're walking. And so that's actually one of my subscribers gave me that suggestion. And so I started doing it. And let me tell you, I think I may have done it for about a week. Every time something would come to mind, I would write it down. Anyway, I stopped doing that. Yeah, I stopped doing that. And I don't know why I stopped. Maybe I thought it was too much trouble because, you know, I was, the pen is right there and the notepad is right there. So I don't know why I stopped. But I'm going to put it out there again to the universe. If you guys would be so kind, whatever you want me to talk about, let me know. Um, if there's something that, I have to do research or whatever, then I might have to kind of put it on the back burner, I guess, whatever you call it, until I can, get more information about it. Look at that. 3 cars made a left on that one. I tell you, these people be trying to get to work. They're like, forget y'all. There's 4 and 5 people making a left turn at one time. And I get scared because I know that at this intersection, this one, at all the intersections, as a matter of fact, I see new fences. And so that's an indication that somebody, may have ran into the fence or whatever. I don't know, but see, look, this one's new right here. So, yeah, I don't stop at the corner no more. I did a couple of times. Well, Haskell and Plummer, I know I'm not going to stand on that corner because that thing looks like it gets repaired every week here. So, I don't mess around with that one. Anyway, so a little man is riding his little bike. All right then. So I was watching a program called Dateline. It used to come on prime time TV. And I don't know what happened. But now it comes on Fox, Channel 11, I think. Well, that's what Fox is here in Southern California. But, yeah, so the show's called Dateline, and they talk about true stories, okay? These are true stories of basically, well, I won't say death, but they talk about these stories where someone gets killed. I don't know any other way to describe it, okay? So there was in this one particular story, the lady says that she went to a party. She's a college student in Texas, at Texas A&M, and she went to this party, and this man was talking to her at the party, and she said during their conversation, he just starts, telling her all of his personal business, basically. Hey, look at this. Look what everybody's doing. See, this is why you see so many cars on base, because all these cars in this long line here on Lassen, as you guys can see, they're all waiting to get through the light on Woodley or turn or whatever. Okay, but what they're doing is they're turning on to base, and they're using the base to get through to Plummer or to Woodley, whatever entrance they're trying to get to. And that's not cool, because you think all of the cars you see on base have business on base, and they don't. They're just using it to drive through to the other side or the other entrance, which is like not cool. Look, they're just 1, 2, 3. All of them cars turning on base. But there is a sign. There's a sign at the gate right here that says not to use it for that. Not to be used as a thoroughfare. Look at this guy here. Look, a big old cooling tower. Jeez Louise. Ah! Whew. Oh, and he's spilling shit. Ugh, gross. Whatever is in that cooling thing, he's spilling it all while he's driving, honey. So look, all these cars just turn, turn, turn. Not a public thoroughfare. Maybe I ought to stand here and point at the sign, huh, guys? I am not the traffic police. Anyway, basically, our walk is over. But I don't feel like going in just yet. So, well, he works here. I know he works here. Because I've seen his car parked before. What's that guy running for? I told y'all I'm nosy. So I don't know what he's running for, but I'm going to get my ass across the street here. And we'll just, we'll go down to Woodley, okay? I know that we've probably done already 30 minutes, but whenever I feel like I want to extend my walk, my doctor was like, you know, it doesn't have to be just 30 minutes. It can be as much as you want, but at least 30 minutes of exercise, which, you know, sometimes I forget that, really, because all I hear is 30 minutes. That's all I hear when she's talking to me, because she doesn't speak, well, her English is not like my English. She's not from this country. And she's got a beautiful accent, but you know, instead of me trying to figure out what she's saying word for word, my brain just picks specific details. So I heard her say 30 minutes of exercise each day, but actually what she said was at least 30 minutes of exercise per day. And that makes a big difference. So yeah. Since I decided to pull you guys along for this extended walk, wow, look at those big ass birds. Those are, I think they're crows. Yeah, look at them. Good God, they're huge. I wonder if that's how big the birds are in that movie, The Birds. Because I guarantee you, if I saw some big ass birds like that attacking, don't come this way, goddammit. If I saw those birds coming at me, man, oh man, I guess I would be scared. If you guys ever saw that movie before, The Birds, I think it's Alfred Hitchcock. I'm not sure. But yeah, maybe I'll look that up and see if I can find it. Maybe it's free on Amazon Prime. I told you that that I found out that there were a number of videos that I could watch, movies, television shows, uh, series and things like that, for free on Amazon Prime. And so Thursday, was it Thursday or Friday? But one of those days, I decided to watch America's Next Top Model. And this was cycle 21, where they have the guys and the girls compete. And so it was very interesting to watch that one, because I've seen it before, which they had the guys and the girls together, but this was the first time. This was the first time that a guy had actually won, the whole thing. And it was this black guy. He looked like that model Tyson Beckford or Tyson Bennett or Tyson blah blah blah, whatever. And so yeah, it was very interesting to see him. I didn't think he was going to win because he looked so much like that male model. He looked a lot like him, so I didn't think he was going to win. And it turned out that he won. He actually won. He beat this other guy. His name was Will, and I thought Will was going to win because he was so sweet and he was so good. But he didn't win. But I'm pretty sure that somebody saw him and said, we're going to figure out a way to contact him because he was really good. I don't know why he didn't win, but whatever. Anyway, so we're going to turn around and go back because I told you I don't do the intersections anymore. I'm done with that. So yeah, in Los Angeles, you see how these cars are, they're coming around. There's, first there's the 2 lanes on the right side. There's the 2 lanes on the opposite side. And then in between, there's the double yellows, solid yellows. And I believe that means that you can get in there, but you have to, go ahead and make your turn or whatever the hell you're gonna do at the single yellow. Anyway, so in LA, there's one actually specific street that I remember seeing this on. It was La Cienega and Jefferson. And the area, the specific area that I'm talking about is on Jefferson. As you're approaching La Cienega, there's only 2 lanes, but then there's that double yellow, single yellow in the middle. So what cars would do is, if they're not continuing on Jefferson, past La Cienega, say they want to make a left turn onto La Cienega, they will bypass all of those cars that are waiting in Jefferson to get, through the light. They'll bypass all of them and get in that middle double yellow lane. And they get in there and they just zoom, all the way up to the turn lane so they can turn onto La Cienega. But what they started doing was I don't know what you call it, but after you get to a certain point, after you got into the lane and you're driving through there, you got this cop that directs you to bust a U. So you do that. You go down the lane, the cop stops you, tells you to bust a U. You bust a U. When you bust a U, you're just pulling over to the other side where they have, I don't know, 6 or 7 cops just waiting to give your ass a ticket. And they started doing it every single day around the commuter time. When the traffic starts getting, kind of thick, then the cops come out there and they just post up and wait for the idiots. The ones that jump into that middle lane and drive through there. Now listen, I never got caught because when I discovered it, I was actually making a right onto Jefferson. A right onto La Cienega. So I never needed to get into that left-hand lane, but I saw it happening many, many, many times. And when I say many, 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 I'm saying while I was waiting to, actually get to La Cienega, I saw at least, I don't know, maybe 15 to 20 cars, and the cops would just tell them, pull over. What else you gonna do? What can you do? You can't go straight. You have to bust the U, and when you bust the U, the cop already knows you're coming. They probably knew you was coming, before you even saw him. So yeah, that was very kind of fun to watch. I wished that would have been a good time, because y'all know how nosy I am. That would have been a good time to live right there in that particular area, because I would just sit right in my front room with my curtains open and my cup of coffee or whatever, and I would just watch them, honey. I would watch everybody get them tickets. See all these cars? It's really a shame that it's this way. That they can be allowed to just pull in like that. But I told you guys that they are talking about putting guards at the gates. I'm not sure what that's all about, but that will definitely stop folks from driving through here like this. And I don't know why it bothers me so much. Maybe that's something I ought to talk to somebody about. Okay. Out here. It looks funny. Feels funny. And I'm wearing this belt, honey, so got my stomach all sucked in. Rough. Okay. Alright, so we are back. We're back. Okay guys, so that is it for this video, and go in and get it popping. Alright, see you guys in the next one. Bye.